Good early afternoon. We're glad you're here. I'm Andy Andrews, and you have joined us on the Blue Plate Special. We are live. We're live, just like you are in Utah. Heather Olson, you're alive. And it's almost Thanksgiving. Hey, Marcy Taylor. 33 and foggy in Pasco, Washington. Man, it's like 74 and rainy here. The weather's not good, but at least it's not 33. Dina Kilpatrick, good afternoon. And you shared. Thank you very much. Tyler, good afternoon to you. We got a good show for you today. I'm just back from a trip. Our whole family was on a cruise with the Gaithers. And so that was awesome. A lot of great music and a lot of fun times, and the boys were with us, and so even though they're not boys anymore, I still call them boys. Margaret Davis Haupt, Northeast Mississippi, happy Thanksgiving to you. David, happy Thanksgiving, Minnesota. Kathy Champion from Sterling, Virginia. You like the shirt? This shirt is part of Sand Dollar Lifestyles collection. They have billions of shirts. So they're the cornerstone of the Wharf, which we're a part of here. This is the shopping district of Orange Beach, Alabama, or the downtown area. We don't really have a downtown. I guess this is the downtown. Tom Ulick, Columbus, Ohio. Now what is this? Dana Kilpatrick says you weren't singing your heart out on the video I saw from the Gaither cruise. Well, when would you have seen me? I guess I was on stage with them all singing.
I was like, that doesn't sound like you, Andy. Not singing your heart out.
Doesn't sound like me. I'm singing my heart out. My heart is the only thing I have to sing out. Compared to all those people, man, those people can flat sing. The usual suspects were on. Sandy Patty was on, Russ Taff, the Martins, Linda Randall, Jeff and Sherry Easter, the Easters, the Gaither Vocal Band, Jason Crabb. I'm trying to think. I don't want to forget anybody. Chris Blue, the guy who won The Voice, was on. Angie Prim. I'm trying to just like mentally go over the rows. The Nealons were there. The Sound, a fairly new group from Nashville, a dad and two boys. And yeah, the boys always enjoy, we go on those cruises occasionally with the Gaithers. Bill and Gloria asked me to go, and I speak a couple of times and hang out with all the musicians. And let's see, Gordon Mote was on. Gordon and Kevin Williams and Matt. There's just tons of people on. And Caleb Driscoll, good afternoon. And so the boys are on, and they'll come on every 4 or 5 years, and then they hang out with the singers' kids who come on every now and then. And so these packs of kids see each other every 3 or 4 years, and they've all grown and they're bigger. And so Austin and Adam hung out with Joy Randall, Linda Randall's daughter, and Emma and Hannah Martin, and several of others. But they were awesome. I think the greatest line from the cruise came at dinner one night. Now I've told you guys before, if anybody ever charmed their way through high school, it was Adam. And so somebody said something at the table about Benadryl. And Adam said, oh yeah, I used to take that in high school. And I said, you took Benadryl in class? He said, only when I couldn't go to sleep. So, you know, we say, yeah, Adam's going to be a great adult. We just got to get him out of school. And finally did, and he's a great adult. Hey, we've got Thanksgiving coming up this week, and so we won't have a Blue Plate special on Thursday. If we did, it would be on Wisdom Harbor. And so if you're watching for the first time, just know that on the Tuesday Blue Plate special, we broadcast out everywhere. And on the Thursday Blue Plate specials, we are only on Wisdom Harbor. So if you haven't joined Wisdom Harbor, come on. This is a great streaming service that's very inexpensive. Hey, Tommy McGaster. How you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Sandy Wilson, hey. But we've got something special for you today. This is a Thanksgiving themed show, but as you know, we don't do the normal things here on the Blue Plate special. We don't have something like, what is your favorite Thanksgiving memory, or, you know, Charlie Brown's thing. I mean, we're going to do something odd. And so today I wanted to list for you. I've done some research to find out, because they've polled people to find out what is the least favorite Thanksgiving foods. Not the most favorite, but the least favorite. What do you really hate? And I have 18 things that came up on this list. And so let's list them, comment on them. And number 18 on the list, and these are maybe mixed up just a little bit, but I'll tell you the percentages. Number 18 is creamed spinach. You know what's worse than frozen spinach that's cooked to a sopping mess? Frozen spinach that's cooked to a sopping mess with gobs of butter, cheese, and cream. Until those soggy greens are floating in what looks like a party dip from Taco Bell. I like creamed spinach sometimes, but it's a slippery slope. You know, I can quickly look at it and go, I don't want this. You know, because it's one of those kind of things that if it looks too goopy, you know, so I can understand why people don't want cream spinach for Thanksgiving. Number 17, this was curious because I never really thought about this for Thanksgiving, but 29% of people polled do not want soup for Thanksgiving. I understand that. I'm surprised the percentage isn't higher. I mean, butternut squash, cauliflower, mushroom. I don't care what you plan on serving as the precursor to the main event. Soup is pretty much a buzzkill. I mean, just cut to the chase and don't waste time or space on the table on soup. You can have soup anytime. It's like, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Before we bring the turkey out, here's a bowl of chicken noodle soup. Hey, I don't care what kind of soup it is. You need soup anytime. Number 16. I don't even really know what this is, but 26% of people hate corn pudding. What is corn pudding? Is it a pudding? Is it a custard? Is it like, do you see corn in it, or is it made out of cornstarch? Or, nobody really knows, I guess, because, this is, corn pudding would be impossible to nail, and it's probably not worth the effort, even if you do. And I Googled it, and all I could figure out is kind of a mishmash of canned corn and creamed corn and cheap cheese. And so I'm thinking, if you got to serve corn, slice it off the cob. get something fresh, you know. But corn pudding, I mean, that's like right next to corn ice cream or something. Corn pudding. I mean, banana pudding, chocolate pudding. But you get into corn pudding, you're just a step away from broccoli pudding. And that's really going to be horrible, I'm thinking. Number 15, it's kind of surprising here. 21% don't like deviled eggs. Now, good deviled eggs are good, but bad deviled eggs are bad. You know, my wife makes two kinds of deviled eggs. She makes the good kind and the bad kind. Now, I like the good kind, and she likes the bad kind. I like the ones. Now, wait, I didn't say put that up yet. Don't put that up yet, Matt. Don't look. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Okay? You didn't see anything. All right, I want to tell you about good deviled eggs and bad deviled eggs first. The good deviled eggs are made with like the pickle relish, and they're kind of sweetish. They're sweet and not Swedish. They're sweet. So you're shaking your head. You probably like bad deviled eggs. My wife likes bad deviled eggs that have horseradish in them. A thumbs up for you? Seriously? I mean, horseradish, that's stuff for like shrimp cocktail sauce. You don't have it in deviled eggs. But then, how about this? Here, now act like you didn't see this a minute ago. But this is somebody's version of quick deviled eggs. That is horrendous. That is just horrendous. Somebody just boiled some eggs and put some mustard on them. I mean, that's just like, that's a couple of steps below horseradish eggs. We don't like horseradish eggs. Number 14. 18% of people are against creamed onions. Do you remember creamed onions? I haven't seen creamed onions in 80 or 90 years. I seem to remember these from my childhood because I think they're like a grandmother favorite or something. You know, little bitty onions with butter and thick kind of white stuff and creamed onions. I mean, they must be grandma's favorite because she's got to be the only one still eating them. And who wants to eat an onion? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you put onions on stuff. You? Seriously? You gonna eat an onion? Would you eat one like an apple? Oh, God help me. I mean, creamed onions, you know, it's like you're there at Thanksgiving with everybody and you're gonna eat onions. Hi, how are you? It's like, oh, it's so good to see you. Give Grandma my kiss. God help me. Oh my God. This is not going to do anybody any favors in the breath department. Number 13. I'll bet you this is something people don't really remember, but 34% do not want ambrosia. Remember ambrosia? Now, Julie, you're from Iowa. Do you remember ambrosia? Really? Ambrosia, this is a prime example of 1960s trends that had like gone terribly wrong. Ambrosia should have been banned when I was a kid. I mean, it's like a crime against fruit. You know, it has like little orange scatters, pineapple scatters. It's sweet, it's sticky, it has a goopy texture, and the coconut is enough to send chills down my spine. I mean, for 20 or 30 years of my life, I thought I didn't like coconut. I mean, in fact, people say, anything you don't like? Yeah, I don't like coconut. I hated coconut, but I don't really dislike coconut. I like, you know, like we were on the cruise. The boys got coconuts and somebody chopped them with a machete and we ate that white out of it, and that's really good. But it's that dry sawdust little grated stuff that gets stuck up in your gums that they put in ambrosia. I mean, ambrosia is like goop. It's goop. And the coconut they put in it is still dry as dust. It'll still make you cough. Can you tell I don't like ambrosia? Okay. Number 12. Carrots are a no to 19%. Carrots. Why would 19... Do you think 19% of people just don't like carrots? Would that be... How old are you, Scooter Boot? You like 10 years old? Are you 10? Yeah, I thought you were like 10. And of course you don't like carrots. You're 10. But you're going to end up liking it. You like Bugs Bunny, don't you? Like bugs? Okay. You'll like carrots one day. Number 11. Corn. 14% said that corn was their least favorite Thanksgiving dish. Now I gotta say, corn for Thanksgiving, think about what time of year this is, okay? This is the end of November. And so corn for Thanksgiving, anybody eating corn for Thanksgiving, somebody opened up a can. I'm thinking. I mean, there's some frozen, there's some people who freeze corn, but I wouldn't want canned corn for Thanksgiving either. Number 10. Now, this is a surprising, hang on. Bless me. Oh my God. I almost blew my eyes out. Number 10. This is an odd one. Because 41% don't want this for Thanksgiving. And you're going to be surprised what it is. Macaroni and cheese. Now, I got a theory about that. First of all, I don't think there's anybody that doesn't like mac and cheese. Everybody likes mac and cheese. Even little kids like mac and cheese. I mean, you'll talk to parents and they'll say, you know, what do we have to eat for them? And you know, the parents will say, well, they don't eat anything but chicken fingers and mac and cheese. That's all they eat. And so even little kids like mac and cheese. But 41% decline the mac and cheese. I think that 41% decline the mac and cheese on Thanksgiving because you just have that all the time. I mean, why are you going to have it on Thanksgiving? You know, you have mac and cheese all the time. Thanksgiving's on Thursday. We had mac and cheese for Sunday dinner, and we had leftover mac and cheese Monday night. And then Tuesday, Mom was getting ready for Thanksgiving, and so she fixed mac and cheese. And then on Wednesday, we ate mac and cheese for leftovers. And then on Thursday, for Thanksgiving, y'all want mac and cheese? No, we don't. We're sick of it. We like it, but we're kind of sick of it, okay? Thanksgiving is supposed to be special. Number 9. Mashed potatoes are a generally inoffensive food. I guess 17% of those polls said yuck to mashed potatoes. But let me tell you this. If you do use mashed potatoes, if you do have mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving, you know how you go in the store and you see those bags of the different colored potatoes? You know what I'm talking about? There's purple ones and red ones and white ones. Okay, if you're going to do mashed potatoes, don't use those different colored potatoes, because here's what happens if you do. That looks pretty gross, doesn't it? Like kind of purplish, weird, moldish looking mashed potatoes. Okay. All right. Number 8. According to the survey, almost 21% said that pumpkin pie was their least favorite food for Thanksgiving Day. What about sweet potato pie? I like sweet potato pie. I like pumpkin pie too. And I think if you put a pumpkin pie and a sweet potato pie in front of me, I could tell the difference. I could go, okay, that's the pumpkin. But if you just put one of them in front of me and said, what is this, pumpkin or sweet potato? I'm not sure I could tell the difference. Could you?
I don't think so.
Yeah. But I think I like sweet potato pie more than I like pumpkin pie.
I think I do too.
Number 7, ham. People do not want ham for Thanksgiving. And I understand that because ham is Easter. Ham is Christmas maybe, but not Thanksgiving, not ham for Thanksgiving. I mean, ditch the hog and stick to the bird, okay? I mean, we don't want pork for Thanksgiving. Now, I gotta say, here is an attempt somebody made. Okay, so what is this? What is this? That's somebody's attempt at ham for Thanksgiving. That's like a mashed potato ham angel with little caper eyes. Oh my God. I mean, I would not want that. Yuck. Would you like ham for Thanksgiving? No. What about a ham angel? That's a double no. Number 6, and I'm just going to hit this one because I just couldn't even believe this. People don't want coleslaw for Thanksgiving. Well, no kidding. Who wants coleslaw for Thanksgiving? I mean, you can get coleslaw at Kentucky Fried Chicken. You can get coleslaw at the fried fish restaurant. You can get coleslaw in every grocery store in America that's already made, already bad. You know, coleslaw for Thanksgiving. I mean, that's, you know, I think you serve coleslaw for Thanksgiving if you ain't got much of anything else. Here, eat some coleslaw before we start. Here's a coleslaw appetizer to fill you up, I guess. All right, number 5. A lot of people don't like stuffing or dressing. All right, now, first of all, who doesn't like stuffing or dressing? It looks like a lot of people don't. I mean, 23% called it the worst Thanksgiving food. 23% stuffing, dressing. And here's what I'm curious about. Are you a stuffing person or a dressing person? See, we are dressing people because my mama, my grandma, both my grandmas made dressing. Polly's mama, Polly's grandmamas made dressing, and Polly makes the best dressing. Now, I hear about people who have stuffing. And I'm always curious about that, especially when I hear that it's like I have an aunt, and she loves oyster stuffing. Oysters inside of turkey? I mean, is it something about the oysters that are supposed to be so good, or is it just like you want seafood in I mean, that's like, oh, our turkey, we have catfish stuffing. I mean, that doesn't sound any worse than oyster stuffing, does it? We stuff our turkey with a whole catfish, with the tail coming out of the turkey. I don't know. I'm a dressing person. All right, number 4. 16% say, and this is like a traditional thing, sweet potatoes or yams 16% don't want them. I can kind of understand yams. And what's the difference in a sweet potato and a yam anyway? Yams come out of cans. Yams are what they use. You know, when in elementary school, when you're in the cafeteria and they slop those big old orange logs on your plate with that soup in them. It's like elementary school cafeteria is kind of like prison food. You know? So it's here. And yams are just the worst. Because they're orange. They look like they should taste like something, but they really don't. Now, sweet potatoes, I like. And I like sweet potato casserole, even though it shouldn't be called a casserole. And I'm not talking about the normal sweet potato casserole that most people see with the little marshmallows on it. My mother-in-law, Patsy Jones, made a sweet potato casserole that, to this day, Polly makes it. We have it twice a year. Why can't we have sweet potato casserole like as many times as we have macaroni and cheese? You know, the sweet potato casserole she does has this like brown sugar and pecans on the top, and I mean, I have it for dessert. I do not eat it with the rest of the meal. I ate a whole bowl full for dessert. And, I mean, why can't we have that? There's a lot of bad desserts on Thanksgiving. And most people, I guess, have pies and stuff for desserts on Thanksgiving. Here's a Thanksgiving cake. It's a strawberry cake. This might give you nightmares. Look at this. That's somebody's Thanksgiving cake. I don't want to go to sleep thinking about that. And I got to tell you, this is not what I'm about to show you. Is not from my house. But I wouldn't be totally shocked if my wife said, oh, I would eat that, because my taste and Polly's taste are just, I mean, I like sweet stuff. She likes salty stuff. And she has a taste for weird things. I'm just telling you. But this one just is disgusting. Look at this. How's that for a twist on pumpkin pie? Now let's put dill pickles all over the pumpkin pie. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh my God. All right, now we're getting into 3, 2, 1 territory. We're getting into 3, 2, 1 territory. Number 3, worst Thanksgiving foods. This is horrendous. I'm telling you, it's hard for me to even say it without getting nauseated. Green bean casserole. Oh my God, green bean or English pea casserole. Help me, Jesus. Looks like there are a lot of folks out there who don't like green bean or English pea casserole. It's the most hated at 71%. And I agree. It is the worst. Look at that. Look at that. It's the worst Thanksgiving food. I mean, check that out. Whoever thought to match frozen green beans or English peas with canned cream of mushroom soup must have been crazy. And I gotta say, adding those canned fried onions doesn't help either. Okay, just leave this out of your house and off the table. I mean, this is one of those things that if I'm in a restaurant and ordering, turkey dressed, if there's like a Thanksgiving thing, and my plate is supposed to come with English pea casserole, I would say I had the turkey and the dressing, and I don't want the English pea casserole even on my plate. I don't even want it back in the kitchen. I don't even want my plate to go through the air that the English pea casserole is existing in. That's how much I don't like it. All right. Have I hit that enough? Number 2, turkey. How in the heck did the star of Thanksgiving get on this list? But about 28% of people polled said the turkey gets the thumbs down on Thanksgiving. Now, I think there's a reason why people think they don't like turkey. Here's one that's cooked to death. Okay, now if you put that out on the table, maybe that looks like the dogs have gotten a hold of it. It's like the Bumpus Hounds got it, but then we're going to put it out there for you anyway. Now here's one that looks like what my grandmother cooked. My grandmama could dry out a turkey. I'm telling you, this was back in the days, I suppose, when it's like, oh, you don't want to get some poultry disease, we got to cook that turkey well done. That's well done. We would take slices of my grandmother's turkey and take it to the hunting camp to throw in. We'd throw a slice in a mud hole, and it sucked the moisture out of that mud hole where we could just drive right through it. Here's another reason people might not like turkey. Here's one made of Spam. I don't even know what to say about that. Maybe that's big in Hawaii. Do you know that in Hawaii they eat a lot of Spam? Did you know that at the McDonald's in Hawaii there is like a Spam McMuffin? And in Hawaii you can go in grocery stores and they have Spam sushi. Sushi that's like rolled with the rice and the seaweed. Now there's a Spam turkey. Aloha. And now, here is the picture of all time. You talk about nightmares. Don't throw it up there yet. Hang on. You talk about nightmares. We talked about stuffing your turkey with different things. Look at this. Seafood? Okay. I don't know if this is more disgusting or just plain scary. If I saw that thing on the table, I'd think that sucker was coming out. You remember the movie Alien? Remember that? Where that thing come out of that chest? Remember that? That's what that looks like to me. That's what that looks like. It looks like something that they would eat on Alien. Okay. Believe it or not, that is not number 1. Are you ready for number 1? It's just the very worst. And this is so bad that there is no percentage. Because the complete disgust is just off the charts. Now, I'm going to show you a couple examples, but I'm going to cover it all. In fact, we may do a whole Blue Plate special on just this kind of food one day. That would be a disgusting show. Because what we're talking about is Jell-O foods. Jell-O foods. All right, now, let me tell you what this is before you throw it up there. I'm gonna tell them what it is, and then we'll throw it up there. This is a bundt cake mold with cherry Jell-O and SpaghettiOs. Let's see it. I don't even know what to say. And yes, those are Vienna sausages in the middle. And I normally like Vienna sausages. I don't like potted meat. But I kind of like Vienna. You know what they make Vienna sausages out of, don't you? What they scrape off the floor when they get through making potted meat. But that is disgusting.
I gotta be honest, Andy. That doesn't look that bad to me. I am. I'm a little put off. I'm a little put off by the cherry flavor Jell-O mixed in. That's probably with that, but I mean, I go to the grocery store. I have to talk myself out of buying SpaghettiOs every single time. I love SpaghettiOs and hot dogs. Oh yeah. I think if we could mix that with a flavorless Jell-O, I'd have a bite.
I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know that you're working here anymore. God almighty, Matthew. Seriously? Seriously, you're not just putting me on. That looks good to you?
I could eat SpaghettiOs out of the can cold.
Oh. I don't like SpaghettiOs anyway. But then to put them in Jell-O, it's just like, I could see that you like SpaghettiOs, and I could see that you like Jell-O. It's like me. I like liver, and I like ice cream, but I don't want liver ice cream. Oh, okay, all right. I'll get past this with you, Matt. I'll have to put this out of your mind. But I think that perhaps this is the worst of all time. And let me tell you what it is before we show it to you. This has got to be the worst of all time. This is Thanksgiving Jell-O with canned pulled pork, English peas, carrots, onions, and celery in lemon Jell-O. Show it. I'm afraid I'd just have to starve. I don't know that I could get that down. Oh my gosh. And we're going to have turkey and dressing and rolls, sweet potato casserole, and frankly, I don't really care what else we have because I'm not eating it anyway. I get sweet potato casserole, turkey, rolls, and dressing. I get those like so daggum seldom that whatever else you want to put on the table, you decorate it all you want, but I'm not eating it. I'm hey, didn't you want some of the so and so? No, I didn't. I get dressing twice a year. I get the sweet potato casserole twice a year. I get a turkey in the summer if I'm the one that decides to smoke it for sandwiches. But other than that, this is my shot at it. And so don't try to tempt me with salad or anything like that or soup. But it's going to be a great Thanksgiving. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to being with the family. I know you're looking forward to being with yours. On the podcast that went out today, there was a Thanksgiving story. So I hope you enjoy that. And we'll see you after Thanksgiving and before Christmas. How about that? All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.